All this crap you're hearing about with the cats and all that stuff, they are fighting to keep a lid on it, okay? The morning joke, that's what I call it, the morning joke. You can hear it in their voices how desperate they are, that they have lost control of the narrative, okay? They try to make it about cats. They try to, blame President Trump on the cat story. They've debunked. There's no credible evidence, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Any less than credible evidence, okay, such as, a lady eating a cat on a body cam video was actually provided for by the left. Literally, okay? They put it out there, and they lied about it. That's called disinformation. I thought they were all about stopping disinformation, right? So the left puts this out there. We have right now almost a military-styled psychological operation going on right now in Springfield, Ohio. I'm going to come right out of the gates and tell you and tell our listening audience that I already have the word out to anyone. And boy, I'm telling you, there's beautiful people I've spoken to. I've spoken to members of the clergy. I've spoken with residents in Springfield. I've got great sources. I've communicated with them securely, we'll say, okay? And I'm going to say this. Anyone, and I mean anyone, if you're on crack and you're a criminal and you're homeless, it doesn't matter what it is. And any federal goon that's offering you bags of cash, I'm not going to say don't accept it. Whatever they offer you, I will double it. I already have the resources right now. That any federal goon that comes into Springfield right now, all right, and offers somebody that's down on their luck, they're not a qualified person to be gathering intelligence, okay? The FBI, one of the biggest failures of the FBI, they need reform in their covert, confidential human sources. And a lot of people don't know this, but I do, all right? If you're on meth, you're on heroin, you're recovering from that, you're trying to, they love you. They already have your profile. They know that you're vulnerable, and they'll hand you an envelope, $1,000 at a time, if you're providing information to them and you're doing their dirty work, all right? We have that right now going on in Springfield, Ohio. I have sources. If you want to dispute it, I can bring those sources forth and testify. Anyone that's being offered money by the FBI, whatever it is, I can't blame you. I can't blame the people for wanting to take that money. I really can't. I mean, they don't have any jobs. The FBI, the ATF, and the DHS are delivering fentanyl, laced drugs into Springfield. They've literally destroyed, because they got to keep their freeway Ricky Ross, we'll call it that method, pipeline of drugs into Springfield. Got to do that because the CIA and the FBI need money, to perpetrate their crimes. But I'm offering right now to everyone, and I'm putting this out there to let the FBI know. I dare you. Go ahead. Run around with your bags of cash. Go ahead. We've got people that I've been training on how to record the interaction, let's put it this way. If you're an FBI person running around with cash, thinking that you can buy these people off, they'll take your money, and then I'm going to double it. That's the reward they're going to receive, is I will make absolutely certain, and I have the financial resources to be able to do this, not me, but those that come forth, any money that's offered by federal goons that are trying to wreak havoc on Springfield, Ohio, they're trying to cause chaos. They're literally trying to cause racial tensions. They're trying to, they could probably start a race war in Springfield, Ohio. But any FBI agent that runs around with a bag of cash, I'm going to say, not only are we going to say thank you for delivering that to the people of Springfield, who you've gotten hopped up on drugs okay, over a long period of time. Thank you, FBI, for allowing drug trafficking, you and the ATF and the DEA. Thank you. But they know right now, the word is out in the streets that whatever's in that envelope will be doubled, okay? And then you are going to be recorded for having done so, for exploiting somebody who's addicted to drugs that you set up to be addicted to drugs, okay? Word is out in the street right now. It's running like wildfire. I already know this. I confirmed it, all right? But I don't mean any harm to the community, okay? We now have a city commission, right, of Springfield that they all need to be fired. All of them, every single one of them, because they don't even know what's going on. They're literally more focused on continuity of government. The show not being pulled up as being live, okay? You didn't. Okay, stand by. We're going to check that. We're recording. Of course, we're going to be suppressed. No doubt about it. What I'm working on and what I've basically, in advance of the really good work we're going to do with our team at LFA TV. First of all, you want to make absolutely certain you go to x.com and subscribe, follow LFA TV US, because I'm going to tell you what's coming and what LFA TVS is doing this week. We're going to expose the UN replacement migration operation going on. We got military, we've got federal law enforcement, Department of Homeland Security, all descending upon Springfield to make certain that you don't find out what they're doing with their replacement migration strategy. And it's not a conspiracy theory either. The Mayor Rue, okay, he does not, first of all, I have proof that A, he's a liar, okay? B, he thinks he's all-powerful, Mr., wealthy, rich, funeral home mogul, right? That he's all-powerful, that he thinks that he can use the full force of the government to come after people that expose him for his idiocy. He's an idiot. And I'm understanding. I was told, oh, he's a Republican. I don't care if he's literally going to vote for Barney the purple dinosaur. I don't care. That man needs to be fired. Okay, A. B, he does not. Obviously, if you go through the entire city of Springfield, he obviously does not treasure life. He literally makes all of his money by not taking care of the people that are 2 blocks away from him, that are literally in a dying city, okay? And he loves that because as soon as they die, he has a good piece of real estate for them, and it's called the local cemetery. Mr. Rue treasures your death in Springfield, period. He couldn't care less that you're on drugs and you might die of an overdose, okay? Because he will send a nice polished car to come get you, and there will be a procedure, step by step. Looks beautiful. His property is great. You go into the, pearly gates of the Rue funeral home, okay? That's where his expertise kicks in. He does not want you to live. It's very obvious because 1 block away from his house, and I'm going to show you, is death. And I think he's got a conflict of interest right now. He has a conflict of interest because he has every bit of business incentive to make sure that everybody within a 10 square mile area of him dies quickly. If he does that, they all died at once. That'd be great for him. Business is booming. His real estate, everyone's concerned about his real estate connections. And I understand and appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody piling on and digging in. I'm going to do some clarifications as to what I know about what's happening with real estate in Springfield. It's criminal, okay? It's criminal. But I will say this. My main concern about Mayor Rue's real estate interest are in the 6-foot deep plots down at the cemetery, okay? That's his biggest scam. And I say scam. He has zero incentive to sit there as the mayor of Springfield. And you're going to hear him, and I'm going to play this momentarily so you can get a feel for how they operate. He will allow you your 3 minutes, and he will lord over his Springfield residents and say, you have 3 minutes and you can express your opinions, but we don't have to answer you. I've already approached him professionally. I promised him, and I'm a man of my word. When I walk up to somebody and I shake their hand and I say, thank you, and I'm not going to blindside you, I stuck to that. I maintained my composure. And what he did was I maintained my composure. I asked him critical questions. And through the answers to those questions, at the end of the interview, when he thought the camera was off, he threatened me. I was his political opponent, but most importantly, he knew that the answers to all of my questions ended his political career. And it will. I will make absolutely certain that Mayor Rue resigns or is recalled. There's an effort going on right now, okay, to have him recalled. That entire commission needs to go. They are wholly incapable and are being used as nothing but a bunch of useful idiots as well to do the bidding of a foreign entity that is invading our country. We've got outside influencers with the United Nations. The United Nations, UN replacement migration strategy is Springfield, Ohio. They will protect it at every single cost. They've deployed resources from the state. DeWine has deployed, Homeland Security resources. They got equipment like you wouldn't believe. They got they have. You're going to wait till you see the after my interview with him regarding the bomb threats. Wait till you see the equipment they got deployed. We're talking about continuity of government, okay? Where you go one block over, and those bastards have literally shut down homeless shelters. I mean, there's reportedly 200 homeless running around in Springfield. Now, why is that a problem? Why am I complaining about the homeless problem in Springfield? Because if you saw the number of vacant properties, okay, you'd be aghast, all right? Number two, the city has properties that were purchased and they're rehabilitating them, and I guess they're making money on real estate. I'm seeing no trespassing. This property belongs to the city of Springfield. It's a freaking real estate scam, as Springfield is. You think they care about the human beings that are there? Am I like some leftist that has sympathy for people that are on drugs? No, I'm not. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. I can't stand it when people are on drugs. Now, do I have sympathy for people that want to get off drugs and need to and make an effort to do that and get the proper resources? Absolutely. There's no effort. My main beef is with the people that are supplying the drugs, and they're called the U.S. government.
In 1776, the founders of this nation gave us something that had never existed before: a government by the people. We've had our ups and downs, learned and grew, and bled for freedom. Over time, we, the people, became distracted by the success that our hard-fought freedoms brought us, and bad people saw an opportunity. As we traded our birthright for cheap entertainment, our rights, our voice, and our power has been whittled away. Until now. Introducing Republic, an entirely new kind of social media. Republic focuses on local, giving activists, organizations, candidates, and small businesses the power to inform, organize, and act, all in a single place, enabling you to be the local hero your community desperately needs. No more covering up the truth. No more advertising-funded news. No more data mining. This is how we rebuild, rekindle, and restore our republic.
My fellow American patriots, I'm Colonel Douglas McGregor. By now, we should all know that as a talk show host, Pete Santilli has been fighting to defend our constitutional republic for over 13 years. As a U.S. Marine whose oath never expires, he's now calling upon you to do your part, to inform your community and step up as an American hero to help save our republic from being overtaken by communism. Join today and save 33% off your membership. Join now. Visit republic.us/Santilli. That's republic.us/Santilli.